What's going on, guys? It's your boy Kendall, aka Space, and we are back with another video. We got some way different today. Today we are ranking every MCU movie because Falcon and the Winter Soldier just up, and I feel like I got a week to squeeze in some content based on that show. Nothing in this episode is about that show though. Why did I just call this an episode? I put all of the Marvel movies in chronological order.
Nice.
Like how they happened in the series, I'm pretty sure at least. And my categories for how I'm ranking them are Steve approved, okay, because Steve is literally the best character, don't at me. Steve Rogers, that is. Rewatchable, because, well, yeah. Cast carried, speaks for itself. It's a decent movie. Blip this. They literally could have not made that movie and I would have felt fine about it. And who greenlit this? Because who literally decided we're gonna sit down and this is how the movie is gonna go? Like who thought of this? And that's how we're gonna rank this today. The first movie we have is Captain America. You already know where I gotta put that. Steve approved. I know a lot of people actually don't like this movie as much, but I feel like the way that they went about like the character arc for Steve was flawlessly done. And I wish the character or the colors were not as saturated as they were, but it's the 1900s, so I mean, like, you can only, or like, I think it was like 1930s, 1940s, something like that. So I'm not gonna give them too much slack for that. Regardless, I love this movie. I would put it in the rewatchable category, but Steve is in it, so I can't do him dirty. Next we got Captain Marvel, and I'm not gonna put it down here like people are gonna think I am. I'm gonna actually put it in cast carried, because hear me out. Captain Marvel, the character, was terribly written, and the only reason I would rewatch that movie is for the cast. The Rambos, okay, Talos, Nick Fury, all of those characters are what made that movie so enjoyable for me. It wasn't necessarily Captain Marvel at all, or Carol Danvers. No, that if she was taken out of the movie, it would have been fine. Even though she was the star of the show, that kind of sucks that I just don't like how they wrote her. I don't hate Brie Larson. She's a good actress, but the way that they wrote her character, they did her so wrong. Incredible Hulk, I'll put that at blip this. They could have not made this movie because, first of all, they only have one Hulk movie. They literally could have just deleted this movie and had Hulk come in Avengers, and that would have been fine, because I'm pretty sure they retconned all his stuff in Avengers anyway. Next we have Iron Man. Not gonna lie, it's been a long time since I've seen this movie. I think I'm gonna put it in decent because it's not terrible. Some of the most iconic moments I can think of are when he's making his suit. Tony Stark was able to build this in a cave. That scene. When honestly, my favorite part in the scene is when Pepper is trying to take that piece of metal, or not piece of metal. I think he's trying to change Tony's arc reactor or help him change it. That is absolutely my favorite scene in this whole movie, and that's why it's indecent, because it is. Iron Man 2 though. I want to put that at blip this. It was a boring movie. Straight up, I just think this movie's boring. Thor, that's the first who greenlit this. My main complaint is the eyebrows. Why did they do my man Chris Hemsworth so dirty? Like, why did they have to do that to his eyebrows? What was the point? Are his eyebrows like that in the comics? We're actually gonna look that up right now. Let's zoom in on the eyebrows. Oh my god, ads. And I don't even think he has eyebrows. No, he does, and they're brown-ish. So what were they thinking? Like, straight up. Anyway, that's my first who greenlit this, because I don't know who decided that was a good idea, but they need to get fired. Next we have Avengers. The first one, I'm gonna honestly say it's decent. It's not as good as any of these other movies that are down here. Maybe one of them, but it has some memorable moments. The action was alright. It was just a decent movie. Like, I mean, yeah, it's just a decent movie. The Dark World. Half of me wants to put it here, half of me wants to put it here. This was the introduction of the ether, so it has, I mean, like, putting it in blip of this wouldn't be fair. I kind of want to put it in who greenlit this, because it was boring as heck. I think I'm gonna put it at blip this, because literally you take it out of existence, that's fine. You know, the ether exists. We can figure out a different way to like implement that in the story later on. All right, next we have Captain America and the Winter Soldier. I already know where this is going. Not only is this the best movie, one of the best movies, in the MCU. The action was great. This movie is just flawlessly done. I genuinely do not think the Captain America movies have missed, and that's just my opinion. Iron Man 3. See, here's the thing with this. I know these boys button heads. I'm gonna put it on Steve approved. The way that this is the pinnacle of Iron Man's arc. I don't think any of his other movies, or I don't even think him as a character has been more enjoyable than him in this movie. That twist, it was pretty twisty, okay? Because I saw this for the first time with my queen. Shout out to the queen. I gotta say, I enjoyed this movie a lot. I wouldn't just put this in rewatchable because I would say that this is one of the best movies in the series, and I'm gonna stick to that. Age of Ultron. I will put this in rewatchable. I don't think it's the best movie, but it doesn't deserve to go down here. This mainly because this is where they introduced the boy Vision, and that's my favorite character. Ultron was also a phenomenal villain, I would say. The pacing of this movie wasn't great, but I feel like if you can take out certain parts, the movie is good. Now we're gonna move on to Guardians of the Galaxy. I'm putting this in decent. I don't really have much to say other than I do not like mainly pacing. Yeah, I just thought this movie wasn't very interesting, but when it was interesting, it was very interesting. Maybe I should change. Can I like move this up? No, I don't want to change. Okay, I'll see at the end if I can move this up, because I feel like decent should go here and then cast carry should go here. Guardians of the Galaxy 2, I'm gonna have to put that at rewatchable. It wasn't a bad movie at all. Like, I think the way that they flesh out the characters a lot more and gave more depth behind certain characters like Peter, Gamora, Nebula, and I'm excited to see that third one when it comes out next year. We got Ant-Man. I'm putting this in rewatchable. Love Paul Rudd, and this movie is so very entertaining. I'm almost tempted to put it in Steve approved. I mean, Steve did technically approve of Ant-Man, but we're not gonna do all that. We're not gonna go into the technical levels. We're just gonna put it here. Civil War. I'm gonna put it in rewatchable. I was thinking about putting it in cast carry, but if I'm gonna move this lower, there's no way it's better than Iron Man, Avengers, or Guardians of the Galaxy. So I'm gonna put it in rewatchable. Putting all the Captain America movies in Steve approved just doesn't feel right, especially with this one being a cop-out movie. It's not a Captain America movie. It's a Avengers movie with Captain America's title on it, so that you know who won. If it wasn't Avengers Civil War, I think it would have been better to just have this be a Captain America or Captain America movie, trying to clear Bucky's name, you know, complete the Winter Soldier arc. Black Panther. Do I want to? I feel like I want to just put rewatchable. Dang, I'm torn. Black Panther was this is a great introductory movie. I'm not even gonna lie, a great introductory movie. I think I'm gonna have to put it in Steve approved, and he helped his friend, so basically it is Steve approved. Spider-Man Homecoming. I'm not gonna lie, the twist, I'm pretty sure it was obvious to everyone else, but I don't read the comics, so like that twist that happened like midway through the movie when Adrian was actually that girl's dad, I was like, what the? I would say it's a decent movie. It's not bad at all. It's not a bad movie. If I rewatch the Spider-Man movie, this isn't my first choice. You know what I'm saying? Doctor Strange. I'm gonna put it in decent. It's not rewatchable for real. Maybe like if you were watching the series again, you can watch it and be like, okay, yeah, you know, I'm caught up. Doctor Strange is a dope character though. Thor Ragnarok. It's rewatchable. I wouldn't say it's Steve approved, but very funny. Very different from these two, but in a good way, but also not in a good way. I don't know how to describe how this movie makes you feel. I'm happy that it's not like the other two Thors, but I feel like the change is so drastic that it's just like kind of feels forced. Like they felt like they needed to not be so serious. Let's just be only funny. And yes, they do have serious moments like when Loki and Thor have their time. As far as, you know, the overall kind of genre of this movie, it's comedy action. Do I feel like all that seriousness should have been taken out and it should have been less Shakespearean? Absolutely. Definitely could have mixed in a lot more serious natures. Not a bad movie in the slightest though. That is why it is rewatchable. Infinity War. One of the only movies to make me cry. And I applaud this movie for making me do that. I will never forget that night. Beautiful performances, beautiful movie. Very sad though that they lost, but that's okay, because we got Endgame. Ant-Man and the Wasp. I'm gonna put that at blip this. Oh boy, I just remember Jimmy Woo is in this piece. I think I'm gonna put it decent. Just for that alone, I'm gonna put it at decent. Endgame. I'm gonna put this at rewatchable. So many iconic moments So much depth with the character, so much growth. This movie didn't make me cry actually. I was very satisfied with the ending. If I would have cried, it would have been tears of joy because I loved this movie. But it's not Steve approved, and that's just how it is. Alright, now we got Far From Home. Easily putting this as Steve approved. There has not been a movie scene since maybe like Kingsman that got me as hype as when Spider-Man got his Spidey sense back. I don't know why, but that was just so hype for me. Oh, also when Steve and Bucky were fighting in Captain America: The Winter Soldier. And Mysterio, perfect portrayal. Jake Gyllenhaal, kind of yikes though. Great actor though. This is my list. If you're a nerd like me, go ahead and let me know how you feel about this list in the comment section below. Go ahead and say something in the comments. We can have a little discussion about what goes where, how you felt about what. And just for everyone who wants to know, WandaVision and Falcon and the Winter Soldier both would have went in Steve approved. WandaVision had me in fat tears. The Falcon and the Winter Soldier, I mean, that show was just beautifully made, perfectly constructed. Yeah, this is my list. If you agree with it, let me know. If you disagree with it, let me know. And if you enjoyed, make sure to slap that like button, tell your friends to subscribe, and I will see you in the next thing of whatever we do.
Give me a call, we can watch the stars tonight. I never knew that I couldn't get it right. Look in my eyes, do you think I died tonight? Always I'm left by myself, I'm not alright. Never check my phone, let I get a text from you.